everybody, it's Dwayne. Welcome back to the shop. I'm glad you decided to stop by and spend some time with me. And sitting there thinking today, what we can do tonight. And tonight I'm going to try to get in and start on this shop. Oh boy, y'all ain't gonna believe this. After I filmed that video Monday morning, I mean, as soon as I got done, I was thirsty. I thought, I'm gonna run over to the house, grab me a couple cans of pop, bring one in here, throw the other one out in the snow, let it stay cold. So I went over and got the cans, come out, and I looked at my Tahoe, and it was iced over. I thought, man, I need to get that thing thawed out. So I couldn't get in none of the doors. They was iced over, and the thing's got one of those power lift back parts on that Tahoe. So I hit the button. It groaned just for a split second, and my ice went to busting. That door opened up just like it's supposed to, but the shocks wouldn't hold up. It was starting to come back down. I thought, man, I guess it's just where it was cold. So I opened it up by hand and crawled up in that thing. It crawled all the way up to the front, which I can't crawl very good. I got some bad knees. And I got up there, I stuck the key in there, started it, put the heat on high, and I looked back, and there wasn't no button to open that hatch back here in the back. There's one up front, so I went back up, hit that button, and started raising up that gate again. So I got back there, it started coming back down, so I was trying to hold the gate, and I was trying to slide out, and when I got about halfway out, I was holding that gate, and next thing I know, that gate went up, and I done had too much weight going out, I reckon, and out I came. I rolled out of that thing, hit the ground, and man, I'm getting old. You know, I've hit the ground worse and not hurt at all. I mean, I've done a lot of crazy stuff in my life, a lot. I mean, I've jumped off buildings and bridges and moving vehicles, all kinds of ignorant stuff. But yeah, I just laid there. I mean, it ain't that far off the ground from the back of that Tahoe to the ground, but man, I just laid there. I finally got up, went in the house, sat in the chair for a good 30 minutes, took some Tylenol, went back out there, tried to get the driver's door open. Had me an ice scraper. I was chipping all the ice around it. Pulled the tugged on the door handle. It come off in my hand. Man, I just couldn't win that Tahoe. All the other three doors opened right up, no problem. This is the driver's door. I finally got up there in the passenger seat, took that ice scraper and pulled open the door handle and slid it where it would hold the handle up and put pressure on the door just opened right up easy as anything. So yeah, I didn't get nothing done over here the rest of the day. Time I got done, I've moved it out of the way, and I went and started the same thing on my truck. I finally got the ice off it, got it thawed out, and got it moved around to the front. Man, after that, I just sit in a recliner the rest of the day, just wondering why I did what I did. But anyway, yeah, I'm alright. It's just getting old. But I thought that was funny. But yeah, I thought I'd come out here this evening and we'll just do a budget show. We're going to look at these budget knives I bought. Actually, there was another one I forgot to show, so let's get this camera turned around and let's see how good these budget knives are. Alright, I did get a couple things in the mail. I got my last box from the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I got this. I've been seeing everybody toting around in big jumbo trappers, so I was looking on eBay, and you know, most of them's around the $100 range, and here's the item number if y'all want to know, MR117. It's a Marbles, but I got on Smoky Mountain Knife Works because I seen one of these online, and the bid was getting pretty much close to what you could buy this for. So I thought I'll just buy one of these. I know it's not a Remington, it's not a USA made, it's not a Schrade, it's Chinese made, but it's a budget knife. And to me, it's beautiful. I mean, look at that big old beautiful jumbo trapper. And it wasn't around 20 bucks. I mean, it's in the $20 range. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Got half stops, marbles on the blade. That big old Skinner knife. So yeah, there's one thing I want to do to this, and as soon as I get this shop straightened up, I want to take this pin out, and I ordered me a brass 1/4 inch outside diameter brass tube. Now I want to knock this pin out, bore me like a 5/16 hole in there so I can have just a little place for glue, and put that brass tube in there so I can have me a lanyard hole. So that'll be my modified Monday project upcoming, and I'm hoping I can drill that out without busting that. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I've never done nothing like that before. Because, I mean, go through that. I got a drill press, so I can put it in there. I got a vise. I can lock it down in so it won't be shifting around. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. I ain't worried about that. It'll go right through that steel and brass, but I'm just worried about busting that bone there. But anyway, yeah, it's a good knife. I mean, anybody wanting a cheap jumbo trapper, hey, these marbles are good knives. I mean, as good as anything. So there's that. We'll put that up here on the anvil. I also got a hat from them. This was on clearance, I think, for $5. Because I always go to the clearance section. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I mean, hey, you know, it's a summer hat. That's what I call them. But, you know, $5, can't beat it. I got another box in the mail. This comes from Brian over at Bubba's EDC. He had put some knives out there for buy or trade, and actually I put a bid in on it, and I actually believed I didn't get it because I know somebody else had asked too. And the next thing I know, he sends me his package and just sends me the knife. And I appreciate it a whole bunch, buddy. Everybody knows I love Belknap hardware, and John Primble's are Belknap hardware knives. And he sent me this Primble Barlow. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I love the old knives. I mean, it's got character. It's got one little old split there off that wood, but it don't bother me none at all. I mean, I love how that metal's turned. You know, it reminds me of like a gun barrel, you know, steel. How it turns that gun barrel gray, the way I see it. Yeah, it's see it writing on there. John Primble. It's kind of faded. John Primble Belknap Hardware Company, but I mean, it's got good blades in it too. It's not wore out. That blade there don't look like it's ever been used. So, buddy, I appreciate this. I mean, you surprised me, that's for sure. And I'm grateful for it, and I thank you. We'll put him up there. All right. Now, there's a couple of things I forgot to show today. I did buy me a multi-purpose first aid kit put out here, because I'm usually out here a lot of times late at night and there ain't nobody. Everybody else is in the bed, so if I whack a finger, you know, I'm on my own. Especially out here in this shop. I try not to do too much, anything that could be really dangerous at night. I did see this there too, and I bought some of that just in case. I mean, you never know. It's made in the USA. Ever since I've had that heart attack, I went from taking no pills whatsoever to a handful a day. thanks to my heart, and so I just need something other sometimes to help stop bleeding if I get cut. And then I found this at Walmart the other day, and I give, let's see, $15 for this. It was one of those Christmas things that they got on clearance. It may be even cheaper now. They had a whole bunch left over. It's called the Camillus Warrior Pack. And it comes with those 3 knives, and that thing up there at the whistle is a sheath for this smaller knife. And it's got a sheath in there for that big old fixed blade. And I mean, $15. I know you can't get more budget than that. Them big old knives for $15. Let's see here. Oh, get out the old SOG Terminus XR. I love this knife. See if we can't open these up. Guess I could have had this done off camera before we got started here. What's the fun in that? So there's that part. And this attaches to the big blade, huh? It's got a whistle. It works. Hope I didn't blow your speakers out. I'm sorry. Wasn't thinking. I forgot I had that microphone on. But now that you're awake, we'll look at this big old boy here. There's the sheath, and there's the big old blade. Now, this is kind of a hard plastic and rubber, so it's a combination. It's got that jipping there. I mean, that's perfect lay thumb. My thumb just lays right in there perfect. 1 finger, 2 fingers, a little finger. I mean, it feels good in your hand. Get off the little thing there. It's a hoss. Let's see here. I've never been one to measure blades, but we'll do this one. 8-inch long blade. Well, we'll call it 7 5 3/4. 7 3/4 inch long blade. It's fairly thick. I mean, it ain't thin, too thin. It's sharp. They got a decent edge on it. So that's all right for a budget knife. I mean, I guess it don't matter which way it goes. It don't really fit in there flush. Got the little. Now, if I was back when I was a teenage boy, I'd have loved this. Man, I'd have been toting this thing around every time I went out in the woods. I thought I was Rambo or something. So there's that. And this thing here attached to it. Somehow or another, how does that show? Turn it around. There we go. So that attaches to that. Cool. So we'll lay that aside and see if we can't dig out these other 2 knives. We'll get this little one out of the way. How many of you all hate blister packs? The thing I hate worse about them is if you want to keep a knife. You know, it's like that Harry Gant knife I bought the other day. The blister pack's already cracking. where the plastics is, you know, already breaking down, I guess. So here's this little multi-tool thing. I mean, it's thin. I don't know what you do with it. I mean, look at the, ooh, it's got saw teeth on top. Little multi-tool. It's about half dangerous. Apparently it goes in this. Just like that. So you got your fixed blade and your multi-tool. So I guess in your pocket you could tote a pocket knife. Hopefully the other ones will be easier to open. They ain't in blister packs. Ta-da! Well, here's the pocket knife. A little stiff. It needs to be worked in a little bit. Probably loosened up a hair and oiled a little bit. There we go. It flipped open that time. Now, I'm not good at this stuff, so if I can flip it open, you guys can really do it. It ain't a bad little budget knife. It's got jipping right there. Pocket clip. It's got that knife emblem in the clip. I don't know what steel this is. Let's see this package. .420 stainless steel on the pocket knife. Apparently it must be same steel they use for all of it. That's all I see on there. Pocket knife has a 3 1/4 inch blade. It says the blade on the fixed blade 7 1/4. Looks like it's a little longer to me. But you know, for 15 bucks, hey, you know, it ain't a bad deal. I mean, it cuts. It's good and sharp, so that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So there's our first little budget knife set. It's the Camillus Warrior Pack. Camillus Warrior Pack. I'll get the words right here in a minute. Alright. The next ones I bought was these little knives. They was, like I say, $5 a piece. And let's see if we can't just slide this out of here. So here is the $5 7.5 inch folding knife. So this has a liner lock, but it does have a flipper tab, and it flips right open there. Let's see, it says a 3 1/4 inch stainless steel blade. Has a 4 1/4 inch rubberized handle liner lock pocket clip. So that's just your basic little, well, it's just a little $5 Ozark Trail, but everybody likes them. Ozark Trail's become famous here in the last little bit. So there's a look at that little $5 knife. Next, we're going to look at the Ozark Trail. I bought these with that, so these was 10 bucks. Because I got the receipt over here. So I paid $10 for 3 fixed blade knives. It says there they are stainless steel blade, pack of wood handle, sheath included. And there's the, they're all 8-inch long knives. One's a drop point, tonto, and a steel clip blade. So let's open this up and we'll take a gander at these Ozark Trail fixed blades. Oops, sorry about that. Sheets are wanting to fall out the back. So there's the sheaths. Looks like they're all basically the same thing. We'll lay them out here. Plastic sheaths. Well, so here's the first one. I like the gray handles myself. I mean, I think that's a beautiful handle. I really like it. I mean, really, the blade, I believe they should have brought their handle, to me, all the way out to the edge of the blade. I think it'll look better in my opinion, but you know, it's what this knife cost me, $3.33 basically. So there's that one. They don't fit very tight in the sheath, that's for sure. Maybe I got the wrong sheath. There, they all look the same. Huh. Not much care for that. There's that blade. That's got a swedge on it. It's good looking grind. And that handle actually comes almost all the way out. It's got a little bit of a lip, not as bad as that other one. See if this thing will fit into the sheath better. They just kind of sit there. I mean, there's nothing there really holds them in. And here's the Tonto blade. Not bad knives. Like I say, they come out to $3.33 a piece, so I just don't like the sheaths. You know, that one right there wants to stick a little better, but still not the best thing in the world. The sheaths here aren't. Alright. And we got one more set here. This is the Mossy Oak. Now, I paid $20 for this, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knives. It might have been $25. I believe I give $25 for this, which still ain't bad. I mean, it comes out $3 or something a knife again. Let's check them out here. These will be a whole lot easier to get out. Let's move these fixed blades here out of the way. First off, we down here at the bottom, we got a utility blade, which always comes in handy. I never thought I'd get excited over folding utility knives. Huh. It's cheap, I'll tell you that right now. It's got a really lightweight plastic. I mean, that's, I guess it'll do the job, but it's kind of cheap feeling. But like I say, it's a $3 knife. We got this orange blade one here. Once again, it's a real lightweight. There we go. So that one right there, it's not a bad knife. It's a pretty good knife too. I say they all are. I mean, they're just budget, economical knives. Something you can throw in your pocket. You can throw, especially this kit. I mean, you got that one you can throw in your tackle box, your hunting bag, your shooting bag. Put one in your pocket. Put one in the, I don't know, glove box, tool box. I mean, you can have a knife everywhere, and just in case you need one. You can pack your good knife in your pocket if you wanted to, but you can just scatter these around, and I mean, they're handy. And they're good to let people borrow. Somebody wants to, hey, you got a pocket knife I can borrow, and you can drag one of these out that you got a whole whopping $3 and something in, or $4. Say, yep, here you go. You can leave your case, your boker, or whatever high dollar knife you carry in your pocket. Because I have loaned out case knives and they got broke. Man, these things work better than I thought they would. Like I say, they're all super light. Pretty, I mean, they got all, you got every color in here just about. Oh, this is a flipper. Oh, this is a rescue knife. Look, it's got a seatbelt cutter, which a blade makes it. No, it's got a blade in there, don't it? Got a window breaker. That one don't want to open. That's good. If it flips. Yeah, we got one here. You always got one. That's like a rescue knife there. That's the one you can leave in your console of your car in case something happens and you got to get out of it. And then we got the one here, because I like these slide locks. Oh, it flips right open. I'm sorry if I ain't been. I've been watching these knives, not the screen. Anyway, there's the Mossy Oaks. I mean, they're just small, cheap, budget knives. This whole pile of knives here is just Walmart economical knives, and you could probably still go and get some of them. I don't know how it is at your Walmart. I don't really know how it is at my Walmart. They kind of, oh man, they kind of made us angry. I mean, well, they didn't kind of, they did. I ain't been back to Walmart. We had all this snow stuff coming in the other day, and we always get our groceries, you know, usually Thursday or Friday. I just happened to be coming home. I told my wife that I would stop and pick them up, and I stopped, pick them up, and so I got there. She had set the pickup between 7 and 8, and I got there about 7:45. You know, I should have had them pulled. I waited and waited for about 15 minutes. Finally, it popped up, your order's ready, you know, and I put what spot I was in. Waited another 15 minutes. My wife finally called the store. The store said, oh, we quit doing that at 6 p.m. She said, well, my husband's out there. It says that the order's ready. I said, oh, well, there's nobody here. And finally, they sent some kid, because there was about 20 cars or more out there. And they sent some young boy out there to run everybody off, tell everybody that, you know, you couldn't get your groceries. But yet they charged us, you know, $250 out of my checking account. You know, that don't sit over with me very well. You know, you're gonna take my money, you're gonna give me my groceries, you know. And I told my wife, I come home, she tried to cancel the order, it wouldn't cancel. I told her, I said, that's it, you know. You take my money, that much money, you know, No, I ain't doing business with you no more. You know, I ain't gonna say I'll never go back to Walmart, but we didn't go back this evening. We went to a different grocery store, and that next morning we got up and went to Kroger and got our groceries, and she called the store, and the store told her, said, it's going to be, they couldn't do it. I had to call corporate. She called corporate, and they like, well, we can't do that. You have to call stores. They want to give you the runaround. And my wife wouldn't take that, and she got all over them. Next thing you know, they're like, yes, ma'am, we got to cancel. Your money's back in your checking account. So, I mean, that ain't no way to do business. If you're going to cancel stuff like that, you can have somebody sit down and call everybody, because they had all our phone numbers in that app thing, and tell them, hey, that's just dirty business. So that could possibly be my last Walmart. Oh, it still aggravates me thinking about it. But yeah, it's a good line of budget knives there, and it's just, to me, a knife is something you need as a tool. You need to cut something, whether it be string, paper, a box open, tree limb, sharpen up a stick, for whatever purpose. Cut some cord, cut some fabric, I don't know, whatever. Sharpen your pencil. A knife's just a tool. If a knife's got a sharp blade, a good handle, and it does the job, then whether they average $3-4 a piece, or they average, some of them people carry, that Benchmade I just got, I didn't pay for it. It didn't cost me a dime, but it was $240 some. It's a chunk of change for a pocket knife. But that knife right there will cut the same string that Benchmade will. So it is what it is. Whether you like cheap knives or you don't. Even that jumbo trapper back there, I mean, like I say, it's $20 some knife, and it's a beautiful knife. I like it. So there are some good budget knives out there, and I'll take some things there. I'm going to do just exactly what I said. I'm going to scatter them things all over the place, and I'll have, everywhere I go, there'll be a knife, and I'll use them little cheap knives. I'd rather break one of them than one of a case knife. So that's just the way I am. I use budget knives. I collect my other knives. Yeah, it's, I ain't ashamed to carry a budget knife. Even this SOG, I mean, it's more than them. I think I give $30 for it. I mean, I like it because it usually opens really smooth, and it folds one-handed. It's not too big, it's not too small. I love it. I pack it. I've been using it quite a bit, and it's just me. I'd rather break this than that Benchmade, or any of my case knives. Now, I do carry a case knife. Right now I'm carrying. Got that slip there. I'm carrying this sod buster that I just bought. It says, Jesus is my anchor. Jesus saves, case XX. And I love that. I seen too, they got a trapper that's got the yellow Delrin with Jesus stuff written on it. And yeah, I'm trying to cut back. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I spent a lot of money last year, and yeah, I got to pay it all off. So anyway, I got plenty to do here. I got plenty to show. I got projects. We can make stuff. We're gonna do hopefully we can do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's just hang around. I think my focus this year on my knives collecting will just be out flea market hunting. I quit getting on Whatnot. I stopped that a while ago because, man, that's just too easy. Just tap, 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 and bling, bling. You don't even see it. They automatically charge your card, and I mean, you just get a package in the mail, then you get a bill in the mail. And you're like, oh no, So I finally, I was getting addicted to that thing. I mean, it's way too easy and way too fun. I mean, you know, so I ain't bought nothing off Whatnot in, oh man, probably a month and a half. Well, I take it. It's been right after the Ellaville Knife Show. It's probably back before Thanksgiving I quit Whatnot. Actually, I deleted it. I put it back on my phone the other day because the knife doctor's getting ready to have that charity auction, and that's it. I made my mind up. That's the only Whatnot show I'll get on for the time being. But because you know, I just want to get some of this stuff paid back off, and I got some stuff I got to do around the house, some yard work and buildings and all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, it's my eBay's next. Man, I've been hooked on eBay since back in the 90s when it first started. I've been on there that long. I love it. I know a lot of people hate it, but man, you know, back in the summer, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be bidding on 300 or 400 knives at a time. I ain't joking. I'd sit there for hours just bid. I knowing I wasn't gonna get. I got way more than I intended. Let's put it that way. Yeah, but if I got all that I bid on, oh man, I'd have to have 4 or 5 toolboxes, put all them knives in. So yeah, I weaned myself back. I just do some hunts, which my last hunt, you know, wasn't that, you know, you wouldn't think, you know, well, let's just go to the little flea market and what do I come out with? A big showcase full of case knives. But that's one of them rare deals, you know. That may never ever happen again, and I may say a dozen of them. I don't know. You never know about flea markets. So that's a good thing about them. You know, I go to ours all the time. You know, I go in there week after week after week, and I come out with a thing, and the next thing you know, I got a buggy full of stuff. And just like the other day, I bought all that little knickknacks and stuff, and hammer handles and all that. You just never know. You never know what's going to be in there. But anyway, I've got 2 more things to get. I got a package in the mail today for my giveaway coming up, and I'm gonna be honest with you, most of y'all that are watching now are probably the only ones gonna know about it, because I'm gonna just slip it in a video. You know, there's gonna be I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, and I'm giving away 5 prizes, 5 prize packages. It's going to be, I'll tell you what it is, it's going to be a Bible. I have bought 5 New King James Version study Bibles. I've got a highlighter. It's going to be a pocket knife. It's going to be, shoot, I had them laying right here. Everyone's going to get one of these leather paddle straps. I got 5 of these. And a pocket knife. Now 2 of the pocket knives are hard hat knives, and I'm going that whiskey bent knife. I can get another one. I like that. I picked it up the other day, and I think I'm going to go back and get 2 more of those whiskey bent knives, and that'll be the knives. And one, the grand prize, the #1 knife, will have a hat in it. So, but I'm just going to slip it right in the middle of a video, and so you better watch to the end. You never know, because you know I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather go with somebody that watches all my videos all the way through, you know, and so just be aware. Because I say, if you've watched my video up to now, then you're one of the ones that watch my videos all the way through. But anyway, I'm getting ready to start doing a study. Now, I'm no expert on this. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on this right now. But one thing that's been on my mind here lately and start doing is fasting. Now, this is a good book. If you don't have this book, I urge you get on, I think you can get on his website and order one directly from him. He can get the most money back off his books. But I mean, you can pick them up used on eBay, Christian book distributors, Amazon. It's a good book. It's on fasting, and I believe not everybody can fast. I'm going to say that. Some people have medical issues that they have to eat. I mean, I'm supposed to eat with every pill I take. I don't do it, but I just take them, and drink water, and go on. But I mean, I know mine is mainly, I guess it helps your body absorb the medicine better, but whatever. Some people, I know, they have to eat. You're diabetic, you're on special diets or something, or you have to eat. But for the rest of us, it is actually a commandment to fast. And fasting, let me read this to you. The discipline of fasting releases the anointing, the favor, and the blessing of God in the life of a Christian. And it's the secret to obtaining open doors, miraculous provision, favor, and the tender touch of God upon your life. So it's something, you know. Everybody should have something to fast for. If nothing, I mean, to get closer to God, number one, everybody should strive daily after day after day after day to get closer to God and be more like God. I mean, we're not here just to be ourselves. We're supposed to be getting closer to God and being more and more like Jesus, because he lived a perfect life. Ain't none of us perfect. None of us are ever going to be perfect. But we can strive to be. And there's a difference, you know. You're not ever going to achieve it. I'm not ever going to achieve it. Not here. We will over there. But, you know, we should strive to try to do better. Try to be better. Try to love more. Try to help more. Try to be more like God. Because you and me are Jesus' hands and feet on the earth. So one way to get closer to God is by fasting. And it's not only is it spiritual, beneficial, it's beneficial to your body. I think if you go 3 days, your body will completely detox. You know, it flushes all the bad stuff out of you. Don't hold me to that. I might have to go back and edit that out, because I don't need to be speaking nothing that I don't have written down proof paper on. That's just something I'm trying to remember from years ago studies. But anyway, you know, if you ain't got nothing to fast for, if you think, I don't know what to fast for, you know, well, fast for somebody else, that God will help them. You know, I think of Wally's grandson, and, you know, hey, you know, I can push my plate back for a meal and pray for that little boy that he'll be healed. You know, there's a lot of guys in our community that needs healing, men and women. There's a lot of, you know, the brotherhood just ain't, to me, ain't just the YouTube creators. It's a lot of you guys that watch the videos. Y'all my brothers too. You're my sisters. And you know, a lot of y'all need healing. I know it because y'all send me prayer requests. And I do have them written down. And that's something that I could fast and pray, you know, hey, Lord, I'm pushing this meal aside. I'm not going to eat because I think you need to move on such and such's life and help heal and whatever is going on. So I urge you to get you a book on fasting. Let's learn about it this year. Let's fast together, and let's see God do miraculous things in your life, my life, and people's lives that we want to fast for. And, you know, I'm sure, you know, I'm just going to talk about Wally. You know, I'm sure Wally will appreciate anybody that'll pray. I know he appreciates anybody that prays, and he'd really appreciate if you took it a step further and fasted for healing for his grandson, you know. Let's pray, you know. And Father, I come to you in Jesus' name. I praise you, Lord, for all your blessings. I praise you, Father, for you know, keeping me safe the other day when I fell. You know, it don't take much to break a bone, bust a hip, and I praise you. You know, I was sore, and that's about it. And I just thank you for the watching over me and everybody else, God. You've protected us through this storm. We kept our electric on. I'm very, very grateful for that, because I was more worried for my father than for us. But I just pray, Lord, that you'll help us all, God, as we draw closer to you this year, that we can learn to fast and we can learn to pray more and more effectively and see great things done in our lives and in other people's lives around us, whether it be friends, family, co-workers, just people you may know, people you may not know. Just knowing that they need help, and you can push a plate aside for one meal and fast for those people, or fast a whole day, or fast a whole week. Just pray, God, that you'll help us to learn and understand. Give us all knowledge and wisdom and understanding. And as I want to study this out, and hopefully we can talk about it a little more later. But I know it's been in my spirit to fast more, and because I know we need it, and the Bible speaks of it. The Bible actually commands us to do it. Jesus commanded us to do it, so it's not really something that we should just ignore. But I pray that we'll all learn, and hopefully we all do it. And the more we do it, the easier it'll come, and the more blessings, I believe, will flow from heaven. I just pray that you be with everyone this coming weekend. I hope everyone has a great weekend. God, I just pray that you'll just help us this next bout of winter weather that's coming, that you'll just keep everyone safe. I hate to see cars off of the road and people hurt or anything. Just protect us, Father, and Lord, just give us a heat wave. I could use some warm air. Anyway, I love you, God. I thank you for everyone that watches, and I just pray that you bless them this weekend. You'll go before them, and you'll clear their path, and you'll send angels down to fight the devils away from them and lead them on closer to you in their spirit. In Jesus' holy name I pray, amen. But yeah, like I say, I think I'm gonna go this way tonight and clean. I ain't showed y'all that side. Let me unplug this. Let's take a walk next door. Let me take you all out of this. I'll try not to bounce you around too much. I can figure out how to switch this around. Let me pause this. Well, I just had to stop it and start it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go over here, and you think, Lord, that's a mess. Yeah, it is. But I believe I can clean this up a whole lot quicker. I just need, right now I don't have no place to put nothing. Right now I don't have room to put anything else. So over there where I've been filming is like my antique woodworking area. This is my modern. And yeah, it's piled up, but most of this is just scrap lumber. Like the books need to go in the bookshelf. A lot of this scrap lumber, I just need to cut it up, clear off this big work table, and as you can see, I keep every little block of wood. I'm getting ready to stop doing that, but yeah, I got a bandsaw. There's a spindle sander. There's my wood clamps. I got cabinet up there, table saws over there, the wood lathes over there. There's my little drill press and my chop saw. There's my lumber storage I got piled up here. And a lot of that stuff's for special projects I need to finish. I got a sander down here in the floor. There's my shop vac. There's my Harbor Freight planer, which is done bit the dust. I even got a scroll saw back there. That's an antique scroll saw. That rack there's bluegrass, believe it or not. That's what they would roll in like shovels and rakes and all that in and have a store on, like they used to put them out on the sidewalk. There's some more lumber. Those bent pieces are guitar necks for cigar box guitars. There's my wife's great grandparents' smokehouse lumber. My father-in-law took it all down, called me, asked me if I wanted that. That lumber there is over 100 years old, and it's hard as a rock. It's red oak, every bit of it. So yeah, I got a mess over here, but I believe I can stand there in that hole. Got this pile here in the middle of the floor. That rocking chair there is a project. That was my great-grandmother bought me that when I was born, right after I was born. I broke the wood and the fabric rotted. I took it all apart, cut new boards, and as far as I got everything to do it. I just need to do it. But I'll walk you back here a little bit. Can't get past here, but yeah, I got a mess. I got a lot of stuff. Gotta rearrange it, try to figure out where to put it. We'll get there eventually. Get this place where I can work on it. So I want to end the video here. I hope y'all have a great weekend, and God bless every one of you.